never find that hat what I'm looking for. So I'm going to try it. I've been doing this before, but sometimes it's a lot of views, sometimes not. So it's going to be complete transparency, everything. And I don't know how it'll go over. I call it split river injection, brass knuckle, punch drunk, balustrade, bootleg prayers. And I'm all bipolar that. So what if any kind of grown man that used to kick me around when I was only a child do I hate? How about none of them? How about one of them? How about, or maybe I hate. Maybe I hate them until the fury cools down, so I can see more clearly through the maze of brill cream bullshit. Love doesn't seem to be doing me much good, so it might how about see like two eyes a little more angry? No, I don't think so. I'd rather love people. Literary license, unless the heartless psychiatrist decides that it's time to smoke you in your very tracks. It's a great weapon, and among the closest friends you can express yourself with. Just always be aware that the swashbuckling warlords of psychotropic death rattle have their voodoo dolls dancing from flatline turpentine strings, and they are always one step behind you. It's always best, as far as your creator considers her sacred self, to be at all times upon your transparent and honest vigilance. These are goodwill gestures toward the last hope for humanity, and I give it only to the artisan. This is why the fuck-up dishwater scumbag psychiatrists have the barbaric psychotropics. They, especially the older 8-balls, will stop an artist dead in his or her tracks as would a tornado spitfire frog like atomic blast from Dante's Inferno. Slam a heaven-bound footloose in there within fancy-free artists and slam him head first into a red brick furnace of pain and suffering that only an agent of death like Prolix or other 8-ball torture tactics from hell can initiate. We'll begin the tale of continuing behind the 8-ball slam of face flat against the shadow splashed 8-0 compared to what, and some of us are left in the gaseous flames of 40 years on and off torture increased by the kingpin methodology of bashing a wounded peace soldier's face in even more bloodier than he or she already has odds stacked up in torture beyond hurt's possible portents. The 22-year-old kid who saw horrors beyond description when he was about 4 or 5 years old, and there's such emotionally honest clarities, knowing reality to be a mixtape, dense its whole juggernaut dragon nasal fume, in rogue desperation. Or if he happens to be surrounded every now and again by love and compassion, they're void of suit coat and tie pharmaceutical death lords drilling the good man's frontal lobe, Tigris, Nile, and Euphrates, older psychotropic, freeze bone, torture chamber rattled dense, the Vinny screw. He's got a loaded gun barrel, shotgun aimed straight at me in 1981. Thinks I'm gonna buy the farm then and there. Yeah, he wrinkles sly as a blood-soaked gin rummy gut bucket hole. Fox wearing his cockeyed Panama hat, the crown of his head backwards as he points to the sky. And then one bullet sliced the brass knobbed James E. Clouds chugging by silent. But no, I'm sauntering down the same road at the age of 12 that many decades forthwith will homestead my mother's weeping great bones. And as I'm walking there toward the unzipped quotable grocery depot, a creep of an old man in a death-rattling Volkswagen pulls up alongside me. Could I help you with it was a ride, young man, he croons my way with a toothless grin. And had I back then gotten into his death-rag bone wagon, I probably wouldn't be typing these words. Just now. It's now about 1 decade afterward. Back then, in my fair weather friend's basement, He's got a rubber rope tourniquet tightly wrapped slightly above his elbow with the mainline hookup that dangle a jet lag needle dripping bloodlets from his home line. And his home line locomotive hotline. He wants me to plunge the benzos home, but the benzos in his vial tube ain't even cooked. He, if only a mere flighty few 4 minutes previously, dumped some unsterile dish rag water into the 2510 Octopus Macabre flatbed truck. Jack help. Wants me to plug the plunger home straight to his bullet in the china closet ticker. But no, we survive. He can Jake-eye to the ceiling. I seen him do it. This is true. Actually true with my own eyes. 140 pounds of cross weave over the skull, barbell 5 feet above his head. He actually could. What about 140? Maybe it was 60 pounds. Not many people can do that. This was back in the early 80s. 5 feet above his head. It was his right arm only, slamming it down to the solid floor cement irons a moment or seconds after. But by pure luck, we both see the disappearing benzos flip a fishtail Mack truck red light towed wag ambulance siren straight to his main line. Walking up the cellar stairs a few seconds later while flaking zap blast ballad junk ticket Black Widow jig from the stair as he ascends each step. Somewhere, one tail light cooked to a frog leg sizzle, flaky microbog clouds of laughing gas dust to the thirsty cellar floor, and Popeye just Jism, Jetlag, Bolodrome, Lupo's Heartbreak, Seattle Town. Get those human beings some help right now. That's what's happening now. This horrible plague that was let in. Some people say by the warlords of one high up the chain of command agency. I don't know. Well, this is the new total transparency and honesty, and I get many views and some I don't know.